So speaking of looking for, I have been looking for some jewelry of mine for, I know there's nothing that I've done with it. I'm looking for a purse. I'm looking for some jewelry. I've been looking for this one particular ring probably for about a good, I don't know, 7-8 months. And I had this little herringbone necklace that I can't find either. And if I didn't leave it on the West Coast, then it should be with me, but I haven't seen it since, like, I see it in the pictures when I am. Hey, 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 hey. Some bumblebees. They can do their thing. Anyway, I see it in the pictures from when I was on the West Coast, but I haven't seen it since. So I'm looking. I'm sure it'll turn up. And then I just bought some jewelry. Like this earring, this ankh. I only have one. Where's my other one? There's nobody who live in the house but me. Nobody. I take my jewelry off in the house, but where in the world is it? Sometimes I think like either another one of me is off with some of my jewelry somewhere, or, hey buddy, when did you get here? When did you get here? Were you always here? No, those two. These two little things right here, they were always here. Hi buddy, where you go? Where you come from? Where did you come from? Where did you come from? Huh? Where you come from? Huh? What is it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, where did you come from? I know. That's what I was telling them. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Oh my goodness, why he's so pretty? They left me. It's nothing like it. It is nothing like being living in harmony with the universe. It is nothing like living in harmony with all that exists. It is nothing like it. Oh, so that's what it was. So, my soul told me, God dang, it just went away that fast. That is not fair. Come on, Yanni, you got this. You was getting it. It just was coming in. Did you stop it? Girl, we're going to have to learn. This is a whole learning lesson for me. This ain't nothing that I know that I'm used to. Not this lifetime right here. Not these 47 years that I done lived. Well, not all of them. Maybe when I was little, but not since then. Not since I was a little girl. Like, I don't know, first, second, third grade. So, more of that stuff is now coming up for me. It's amazing. Like, when I'm out, the numbers are showing me my address from when I was, like, from 2 onward. It keeps showing me 427 and 429 all the time, and it also is showing me my birth year all the time. Like, this stuff never showed up like this, and it is all the time. And then there'll be certain things that somebody may post and I'll see it, and then it'll snatch me back like I'm in a fucking time capsule, and I just ended up right into somewhere when I was a little girl, and then I can see everything from when I was a little girl. This is what it was. Just now I was in my kitchen and I was grinding the plant, and I was thinking about the little stems that be on it. And I said, they'll keep them stems on there, but they don't give you the seeds no more. And I remember when I was a little girl, my aunt and uncle, my Aunt Gina and my Uncle Mark, they would come to the playground and roll up their weed on that little top paper. And they always had all these little seeds and stuff. And they would do it right in front of us. It wasn't no big deal to them to do it in front of us or not. So we didn't make a big deal out of it. Here's what happened. I was smelling the weed in my house, the smell of it. And it took me right back to the playground when I was a little girl. I said, man, this smells like, actually it smelled like Aunt Gina's house. And then I said, and then it smelled like Aunt Gina and Uncle Mark. And then it took me back to the playground when I was with them. And it was like right there, I was actually playing on the playground, climbing up those pillars and then climbing up the wishbone. And that's where they would be. I think they were trying to stay out of the sight of Grandmommy when I think about it. But that's what it did. So I have been having all of these different snatching back in time and different periods of my life. And it's like I will be in it. But there's been a lot of phenomenon going on about time with me. Like you can see this, okay, 330, which shows up all of the time. 333, 3330, 133, 143. Anyway, it shows up all of the time. And I have 2 phones. Well, I guess 3, including Black's. 3 phones, 2 like wall clocks, a stove, and a microwave clock. And now I'm growing some herbs on my counter on this arrow garden, so it's a little clock on that. And then, of course, sometimes the time is flashing on the televisions. And all of them, I can set every clock to the exact same time, and it doesn't matter because all of them will have different times. It's somehow the time just changes, and they can be not just 1 minute apart, but they're like 2 minutes apart or 2 and 3 minutes apart. And sometimes they're all saying the same time, and then at other times they're saying multiple times. And I'm like, where the fuck am I? Like, how is this possible? Like, I set them all to say the same time, and then they go do their own thing. And they just have me seeing all these different number combinations all the time. And then it enacts all of these different things inside of my body. I can actually feel some of the number combinations doing things to my sacral chakra. I can actually feel some of the number combinations doing things to my solar plexus, to my throat, to my heart chakra, to my crown, to my third eye. I mean, like, it is amazing how the numbers are constantly communicating with me. I mean, on a constant basis. Like, I can't even help but look at all the numbers around me. So at first they were just like number patterns that I saw, because I've always, since I was a little girl, maybe since before kindergarten, I've always been intrigued by the patterns and numbers. Pattern. What was I used to saying? Patterns. And Black would tease me so badly. And he's like, what is a pattern? What is a pattern, Ayana? It's a pattern. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a pattern. Anyway, that's that Baltimore stuff. But anyway, shoot. Yes, I see so many different number combinations. And then on the 31st of March, I went to go get my tattoo touched up. And the cars that were in front of me, the license plates, they just started giving me a show. And once I looked at them, and then I actually took a look at them and let go of what I was trying to see, like not always interpret it. Sometimes I can interpret it, but not all the time. And it just means that I don't know that number pattern yet, but it's still going to enact the code in me that it's going to enact, especially if I just release the need to see what I can't see yet, right? Yes, because I know that I will see it. So if I release the need to see what I can't see yet and allow myself to continue to flow through the process of getting the lessons, then at some point within that lesson or after the lesson or whatever it is, I will have a better understanding. And then as soon as I see that number pattern, it will tell me what it means to me. and then I'll know. So I don't have to guess about it. Those are how my knowings are coming about. Look at this. I know that's right. I love talking in this thing because I make this video for me, but I do make it now in mine with other people. So, okay, I don't know if you can see this, right? And those numbers say 222. So 2 is union, right? 2 is also 1 and 1. So that's 11, 11, 11, which is also what? Infinity, which is also a union, which is also everything wonderful. I've had to, guys, holy cow. I tell you what, changing your perspective. I never knew the shit could be this hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a shift of perception. And while you could want to and want to and want to, it is work. It is work. It is work because of how long your belief, your other perception, how long it had a grip on you. And so sometimes the shifts come in layers, right? Like you gotta peel back all those things that was connected to that belief so that you can really be free from it, right? And sometimes you can go to let go of it, and it's free enough. You already freed yourself enough to the point where it can now let go of you. Sometimes your beliefs aren't as grounded in a bunch of your other parts of your life as some of them are. So when you have a belief and you don't even know that your belief is that you're unworthy, it will cause you to allow certain things in your life that you really don't want to be there. It will allow you to have jobs that you are not happy with and you stay. It'll allow you to, be in a house that you're not happy with and you just stay. It'll allow you to be in conditions, any type of environment that you're not feeling in alignment with. You'll stay there too long because of underlying beliefs. Look at this. 143, and then I see 777s, right? 777, and of course I see 78, which is a progression, right? Of course I see a whole bunch of other stuff too, but we won't go into all of the stuff I see in that. But as long as I see that I love you, I know I'm on the right path. I know ain't no stopping me now. Okay, so in this one I see part of my 1-4, which is 143, and I also see 11. So I see 14, 11, which would be 1-4-1-1, which would be 1-1-1, which is 3. So 1-4-3. I love you. You see that? 1-1-1-1. 1-4-3. I love you. Like, it just has me seeing it everywhere. Oh, that's what it was. So last night I was told that I needed to let go of my grip on black, and I didn't quite understand what it meant, but it was so clear that it came through in a familiar way to me because I had the exact same experience in October 2019. I had the exact same experience in October 2019, and it told me that I needed to let go of someone who I loved, and I couldn't understand why would I need to do that, and I didn't even understand at that point in time how I needed to do that. I had no clue. I was somebody who held on to things for way too long, things that didn't serve me for way too long, because that's what I was taught. And it was a part of my DNA, and it was just a part of my protection system, and it was a part of who I was. It was a part of a lot of things. So when I got that flash in 2019, in October 2019, and it told me that I needed to let go of this person completely, I did not know what it meant, and I agreed. I made the energetic agreement, but physically, I was still trying to work through what all it meant. And right now I'm getting a better clue of it, but I still don't have the full picture. But maybe it's coming soon. That car license plate said 6341 143 with a 6. Anyway, last night when I was told I got the same flash that I needed to let go my grip on Black. That Black is perfectly fine. There's no need for me to worry. I just have taken care of him for so much of my adult life, and maybe other lifetimes too, that's what I'm familiar with. And I know that he takes care of me, and that has been my comfort zone, and I think it has probably been a comfort zone probably all my lives. I'm not gonna lie. But it definitely has been a comfort zone for the majority of this lifetime right here, because I've been with him more than I've been with anybody in my entire life. Anybody on an intimate basis, right? Now, other people might have known me longer, but nobody has been as intimate as me and my husband. So, I mean, my mother, because she carried me, so nobody has that but she and I. But what me and Black had was something totally different. So anyhow, right away I made the agreement that yes, I would let go of my grip. I will leave my hands open. I will leave my energy open, which me opening my energy only allows me to receive, right? So it allows me to be able to, because I can look for Black to send me music. I can look for Black to send me, signs through my electricity in the house. I can look for him to send me pennies. I can look for him to do certain things. And while that is the case, sometimes it can be a bit of a crutch, I'm thinking, because I'm actually blocking out my own love. I'm attributing some of the things that's coming through for me, the 143, all these different pads, these like 3330, because that was attached to him, and I'm attributing a lot of these numbers to his attachment, like only. And the thing is that I need to open that up. There's so much more inside of it than just that one experience, than just this one experience. It has to do with me and my life, not just him. So I was not allowing myself to see my own love, to really experience the joy that I bring myself, because I was attributing so much of it to Black. And for a while it was okay, and for a while it was him, but it's no longer just him. It is again me. And while this love that I was feeling, of course, feels familiar to me, I was not understanding that it is my love that I give out that I'm now receiving. I'm now receiving it. And that feels foreign to me, because while I'm used to giving it, I'm not used to receiving it. And I said, fuck, I'm a good ass motherfucking good. What the fuck? This what my love feel like? This what my love feel like? My love keep me high. It keep me high. It keep me lifted. It keep me lifted. What? My love, I'm the biggest cheerleader. I am, holy cow. This is what I give out, what I'm receiving right now. And I'm sorry, I'm just getting this epiphany right this minute. So no, I'm not sorry. What I am now receiving, the love that I am in right now, the love that surrounds me, is me. It is mine. It is what I give. And I'm finally free enough to receive my own love. And it feels better than anything I have ever felt in my life. And I will be damned if I ever give it up for anybody again. I will never. I'm not saying give it to, I'm saying give it up. And what I mean is I had a heap, and I'm sure I still do. No, I'm not. I'm not sure I still do. I'll take that away. I had a heap of limiting beliefs that I had to let go of. And a lot of things that I had, this process, this healing process of opening up these wounds and letting them heal properly, that takes a lot of strength, because to continue to walking, and it feels like you're walking in this booby traps. Like, I know I got all these signs and synchronicities on this path of mine. I know I do. Like right now, this house, 213, 123. I've been saying that all day yesterday. This house, 1212. Well, 212, which is 1212, right? What's today? The 12th. Anyway, it can feel like I'm following a yellow brick road. Oh, just like when Dorothy was on the road. And then all those little things, they came and they tried to stop her from getting what her goal was the witch's broom to take back to the wizard, right? Or even just getting to the wizard. She had things that she had to be strong for and overcome. Even just meeting the scarecrow, the lion, the scarecrow, the lion, and the Tin Man. She had never seen those things before, so she had to have a lot of strength and courage and stuff inside of herself in order to even not be scared out of her wits and deal with them. And then found out that they were some of her best companions on this road that she thought she had to travel in order to go home. And she had the power inside of her all the time to go home, right? But which was true. The power, all she had to do was click them shoes, but she still had to get through the process to come to learn that all she had to do was click the shoes. Because the good witch could have told her that at the very beginning. Hey, when these shoes I just put on your feet, it's time for you to go home and click them. But she couldn't go home right then. She had to go learn some lessons. Then the power would be in the shoes that she could click and go home. The power would be that she could understand, because at first she probably couldn't even cognize it. What? Click some shoes and I'm back home. She didn't even know where she was. She had just got there, landed on a witch. Her whole house landed on a witch, right? So she had to go learn the lessons so that she could expand her consciousness, because now she's experiencing things she never, ever, 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 ever had before. But she still want to ease on down that road anyway. Alice in Wonderland, that's what she was. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just kept on going, and she kept on learning new things and learning things about herself and building up her own character, expanding herself. And she went home. And home in that movie was back to Kansas. But home for us is our soul. Being able to connect to yourself, being able to have your own love. And like the whole point of the exercise is for you to receive your love and the love that surrounds you, the unconditional love that is ever present at all times. No matter what you're going through, it is just the circumstances that is going around you, and then inside of that, outside of that, and all around those circumstances is the love, the unconditional love that's there for you. It is always present. And if you look for it, it always is there. There'll be a point in time when you have to look for it, and then there'll be a point in time when you just automatically know that it's always there. And right now, I'm going through some financial transitions, some that I haven't gone through since I've not gone through this in a very long time. But I've gone through it a few times in my life, and I've always survived it. Here I am right here. Here I am right here, the better for it. And while I'm going through these transitions, I know on the other side of it, it always feels like it's a low, and then it catapults me into something totally, it just takes me to a whole nother stratosphere. So I know that this right here, I know that it shall pass. I know that this too shall pass. but I don't even look at it that way fully. I now see it that I'm going to, this is a whole process. And this process that I'm on is building my character. This process that I'm on is building my strength. This process that I'm on is bringing me closer to myself. This process that I'm on, this journey that I'm on is having my life change in ways that honestly, some of them I'm observing. Like, I don't have anything to do with some of the ways that my life has changed. I no longer have children at home. I'm an empty nester. I'm no longer a wife. My husband has transitioned. See, when I tell you that the love will surround you, take a look. 143. 143. I mean, like all the time, everywhere. 143, 143. And I haven't said it in a while, but when my husband went on the ventilator, he had spiked a fever. I'd gone to go see him. He spiked a fever. It was like the first 24 hours he was on the vent. While I was there, the monitor was reading in Celsius. Now, when anybody knows that when they have a loved one in a hospital, like your brain, like there's just your emotions are taking over and you can't really like comprehend everything. You just, like stuff that comes naturally to you, come easily to you. Like I couldn't nurse him in a nurse mentality. I could nurse him in a wife's mentality, even in a mom's mentality, but I couldn't do it in a nurse mentality. I just couldn't. That's why I had my nursing mom and I had some other nursing girlfriends that I would turn to help give me clarity. Now, some of it stayed with me, and then some of that I was sending out, I had to Google because I couldn't remember all of the values like I normally would. Anyhow, his temperature spiked to 41.3, which is 105 point something. And that's brain frying type temp right there. It is dangerous. It is super dangerous, a temperature that high. But it was flashing on his monitor, 41.3, 41.3, over and over and over. And then they had a GAMAR on him to help cool him down. So the GAMAR was under him and the GAMAR was on top of him, and we were icing him down in his underarms, on his back, putting it just everywhere. And his temperature just kept going up and it got to 41.3, and then it went down. It never went past 41.3, and it got the temperature down, and he never had another fever again. And I know that was, I don't know if it was his soul, his spirit, his guides, what it was per se. I don't know at this point in time, but I know that it was for me because it calmed me down right away. He told me he loved me. He told me he loved me. I'd been seeing it, and I'd seen it connected to him before that occurred. It was the first time that I saw it was in June, and I was about to meet him and my son at the movies in White Marsh, and I knew that it was connected to him and that day, but I had already been seeing numbers like before that, and that's why I went out and got this little watch, right? Now, this little watch cost me $12, and I wear it every goddamn day. I have all types of Michelles and all types of Gucci and all types of everybody in my watch case, and I don't wear one of them. I need to sell all of them. I honestly do not care to wear any of them. I will rock this little watch, and now look, it used to be pink. Now it's pink and black. Pink and dingy, and I do not care because it is my watch and it does for me what it needs to do for me. So anyhow, I kept seeing the 143, and for a while I was confused because I didn't know whether I was sending it to me, whether my guys were sending it to me, whether Black was sending it to me, like who was sending it to me. And then I just had to let go of even, oh, look, you see my dragon? It's a pretty, pretty dragon. He brought me all the way to Pennsylvania to get this dragon. I went with some people that I'll never probably, anyway. So when I went to this place in Pennsylvania, I said, why am I here? Why did my guys bring me here today? And bam, my eyes went straight to this piece. Straight. Isn't it gorgeous? It is everything I need it to be. So, sorry. No, I am not. I need to stop saying that because ain't a damn thing about me sorry. I'm not saying that I can't apologize, but I ain't sorry. I ain't no sorry. I'm just not. And I just need to stop saying it so much. It was what I was taught. Anyway. Yes. Up until last night, I couldn't fully cognize, even until a few minutes ago, that what I was receiving, what I was blocking was my own love. Understanding that this is my love that I'm feeling. This is the love that I'm worthy of. This is the love that is inside of me. This is the love that exudes from me. I now have healed in a way that I now can feel my own love, and it is fucking amazing. And if you don't know what it feels like to not feel your own love, then you can't possibly know what it's like to receive it after not feeling it. You can know what it feels like to have your love, and that's great, but you don't know what it's like on the other side of that coin. And for me, I've been on both sides of the coin, and I prefer this side right here. Right? Tell them. That's right. This is the preference right here. So I'm telling you, whatever it is that you have to do to get through what you're going through, look for the lesson. Ask. When it seems like it is the worst shit possible, look for that motherfucking lesson. Because there got to be a reason you are going through what you're going through. Get the lesson. Extract that thing out, pull it out, use a needle, get something, pull that lesson out of your experience so you can receive the blessing that's on the other side of it. And here's what just came to me today. The more you do that type of stuff, the more your life changes, right? Your life can't help but change. The more you look for the lesson and the more you receive, allow yourself to not have so much pushback on it. You know, it's going to be some push and pull with it because what has kept you safe, your safety mechanisms, it just comes up. It just is what it is, and you don't always necessarily know it because it's just been protecting you automatically, just like your breathing is automatic. Speaking of, I just learned that I hold my breath a lot, and so now that's something that has to change for me, and I'm just setting the intention that I breathe in the most healthy way for me. So my breathing will change because I hold my breath all the time. And it was always because I was looking for doomsday on something, on anything. It would be that although I could be a very, very optimistic person consciously, my subconscious had such programming that it still was looking for some kind of doomsday. So I just let that stuff go the end of March as well. I'm telling you, the moon is an amazing gift to all of us, but especially to me. And right now, she's in my womb. Right now, she is in my womb, showing me so many things, giving me so much insight. And I asked for the sun. I asked for the sun to give me that clarity. So the sun is in my heart, and it is in my solar plexus. And it is giving me so much clarity to what insights, what instinctual insights, what that the moon is sharing with me right now. And when I tell you, I wouldn't let Marty, Squatty, or nobody take away what I got right now. You out your mind. I don't care what you think about it. I don't care nothing about whether you want to talk to me or you don't for the rest of my life. Because this right here is better than anything I've ever felt from anybody else in my life. Anybody else. Anywhere else. And I'll never trade it in. Never. So, if you don't like what I'm saying, I love it. I love every second of it. I love every breath I take in it. And I wish you well. We're just not in alignment. That's all it means. But I see you, God. Live your life. Do your thing. Be on your journey. Live well. Be well. Have love. Have peace. All of it. I'm just on mine. And I'm easing on down my road. And if it just don't click with you, it don't. And it's all good. Right?